Hey everyone. Probably my most difficult mock yet, based on these small sets. I was trying to do a bust. I was inspired by the two recent Star Wars bust sets and brickheads and other things of that nature. And I came up with what I thought was a reasonable facsimile of Optimus Prime's head, maybe a little bit of Ultra Magnus. I mean, the color scheme's not perfect, but with all that blue, I figured I had to at least try. There's the back. Plenty of techniques LEGO would not use, including taking plates and putting them into the stud sideways there. I don't have my build and thought process video on this because, frankly, I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't make it. I didn't make the video. I was taking apart the previous mock, and this popped into my head, and I just started building with no cameras on. And parts of it came together faster than anything else I've put together. But yeah, you can see it's real sketchy. As you can see, he's together. He's not falling apart. And as always, as I'm building, I'm always wishing there was more. Like, I'm actually afraid to push this together. That's how sketchy it is. A lot of one stud connections are holding this together. There, one more time with the there we go, with the Transformers sound. Turn that audio down. Ooh. But yeah, I'm going to take some nice photography of this and maybe a better spinning video or something, a little sharper. But yeah, it was pretty. I realized I had this in the background and I hadn't gotten around to posting. Love these challenges. They really make you think outside the box. I mean, clearly Prime doesn't have wheels like for shoulders, nothing. This is just, you know, and I call it Prime just because it kind of sort of looks like a Prime, at least head-wise. Robot head, whatever. It is. Maybe I'll be able to do a reverse video of tearing it apart carefully, which might show the build. You know, I could put it back forward so that it looks like it's being built, but I'm pretty sure once I start taking it apart, it's going to crumble. But maybe I'll record that. Number of pieces. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, I mean, I want to say there's about 97 pieces in this build, which I think puts it up there as most pieces I've used yet. And that's one thing, when I'm getting towards the end, then it's like, oh, how can I squeeze in 1 or 2 more pieces, you know? I mean, it's already a minimal build when you're building with this few parts, but, excuse me. But I do always try and use everything. I don't know if that works for me or against me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I might be junking it up, and I know it frustrates me because the more you add on, the more it wants to fly off or pop off, depending on what kind of sketchy techniques you might be using. Right now, I don't have anything held in place by gravity or by tension, per se. There is a stud or axle connection for everything here, but like I said, a lot of them are one stud connections and they're sketchy. They're definitely up there. King of Sketch, Richard Martin. I'm not even sure why that bows out so much. Have I just pushed my luck so much with this? Yeah, I probably have. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. Might be my favorite of the 3 Mocs so far I've done. As you see, all I did with the tires here was I just didn't push it all the way on because I just wanted to flare out a little more, make it look like some sort of, I don't know. It was kind of like Terminator inspired, the shoulders, just the busts, or not the bust, but just the shoulders the way it is on the T2000 or whatever. Oh yeah, there you go. Let's see, how close can I do this? Ooh, it won't focus that close, will it? No. Please don't fall apart. Please don't fall apart. Kind of a 5 or 7 stud wide kind of build for the head, using a center going all the way down. But yeah, I'm happy the way it came out. I was actually done with just the head, and then I was trying to come up with a stand, and then that's when I realized, well, there isn't a stand I was going to be able to make that was going to support him properly, because it was just going to want to topple over and smash into a million bits. I'm convinced I'm missing 2 pieces now, but anyway, I'll have to check it against the parts list. But then I realized this was a lot more stable. I suppose I could have used that piece there, you know, to also build the stand on. I don't know. The idea is you get that come too late. And that's pretty much what I had left, other than that big plate. It's hard for me to use these bushings, but I'm challenging myself to not build a car and to not build a truck or whatever they got, you know. Try not to build any of these so far. Eventually I will, and I'll build my own versions, I'm sure. Try not to. Because to me it's just too easy to build a car when you got sets that are made for cars. You know. Alright. That's about it. I've yammered on enough. I want to take some pictures of some other stuff. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you liked it. My 3rd Moc Prime. I'm going to call it Prime. So my friend said I should call it Ultra Magnus. Now I'm calling it Prime. It's mine. It's Prime. Of course, my audio's down when I want it. Roll out. And we're done. If I can get this to click, we're done.